Hello there and welcome to my little YouTube channel, as I usually say. Let's go to the studio and try out some Marshall JCM800 IRs. Let's go! Alright, let's check out some IRs here. As you can see on the screen now, here's the folder, the IR folder. First we have some mix raw, they are called. That means there are many different microphones blended, but no signal processing except for the microphone preamp. So no EQ or anything like that. And then comes mix 57 plus V1. The plus means that it's a 57 and some other microphone. But I have not named those microphones because then you will make decisions based on like I like a 57 with a 421 or whatever. This will never be revealed what kind of microphones are blended in. Some microphones here are not on any other IRs in this pack. So that's that. And then it's the same deal with the 414 plus. That means, the AKG 14 plus something else. And then it's the Sennheiser 421 plus something else. And the Audio-Technica AE 3000 plus something else. And so on. And then the Coles 4050 plus something, and the Royer R84 plus something, Neumann TLM 67 plus something, and then comes some more particular IRs. Number 42 mix, it's called UK81, and that means, the speaker is from 81, so I tried to get some like 80s sound. I was listening to some old Accept and stuff, so something like that. It sounds kind of 80s, I think. And then we continue. We have Give Me Some More 8K. That means, there's some more high end on it, and modern. I guess they should be modern sounding, whatever that means. In my ears, modern sounding means like something from 94, I guess. Yeah, as you can hear, it was a bit more scooped than the 81. Let's continue. Let's see what we have here. Oh, more than one, more than two. Early 90s Extreme V. That means that like there could be many microphones, but I have used the external equalizer when going into the interface, like a V curve. You will hear what I'm talking about. This does not sound like what you would think 800 would sound like. But I mean, they used this kind of speakers back in the day when they did awesome death metal recordings, and they used a lot of EQ, both on the amp and on the mixing console and stuff like that, both when they recorded and when mixing. So usually a shit ton of EQ on guitars from the 90s. And here's Extreme V2. Should be even more than, I guess. Sounds insane. and I should really set the amp for each IR, but we don't have time for that. I try to talk as fast as I can because I've seen on my YouTube videos I talk so slow, but that's because English is not my native language. I have to think every word I say, otherwise you wouldn't understand anything. Now you might understand something. Old school thrash, pretty self-explanatory. 49 mix second wave. I think it means second wave of black metal, I think. So it should have even more extreme sound. Let's see. Yeah, that was a very good impression. No. Okay, so you remember that sound? Let's listen to the very first IR, and then you will hear it's a big difference. So this is normal sound. And then we take that second wave again. You will hear now that one will sound insane in our ears. I play the same thing. Yeah, you couldn't believe it was the same speaker, but it is. It is. Sorry. And then one is called back to reality. That means after you have tried these insane sounding IRs, it's a bit more normal sounding. And then comes the single IRs. I put the guitar away because this guitar is heavy. It hurts my legs. It's so heavy. I don't know why. It's made of cement, a brick or something. Yes, you can see here on the screen it's 4x12 57CS1 raw. That means it's a Shure SM57 placed in the center of the cone, bang in the middle. And S1 means speaker 1. So the next one is the same position but speaker number 2, that one, speaker number 3, the one to the left down, and speaker number 4, yeah, to the right. So yeah, and then there comes one called E, and E means edge of cap, like, and I don't know, this is a bonus IR, should not be in this pack really, sorry. So that means, yeah, edge of cap, speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, speaker 4. And OA, 57 OA, does not mean open and eat cookies. It means off axis. So the microphone is not pointing straight to the speaker, it's slightly angled. Either up, down, or from the side. It's angled maybe 45 degrees. So now you know what that means, this S and C and E and OA. So that's the 4 positions that are available. And then we continue here, you can see what microphones we have. There's Shure SM57, Shure SM58, Audio-Technica AE3000, Sennheiser E906, Sennheiser MD421, and there's what is more, SD1. It's Universal Audio SD1. It's like a Shure SM7B, but it has a bit more top end, I think. And then ULS 414 is the old AKG 414, and the C4050, it's the Coles 4050. R84, I have used it in every IR pack so far, it's the Royer R84. A big old ribbon microphone. TLM67 means Neumann TLM67, and it's really good for rock guitar sounds, I think. It can work for metal too, but I prefer it on rock guitars. And then there is 3 room IRs also. Yeah. Let's see, I will put together some riff and go through a bunch of IRs, so you can see it on the screen and listen and think, oh yeah, I like 57, I don't like this, and something like that. Okay, let's do that. Cut. So let's play some riff and we will loop that and switch between some IRs and see what sounds we can get out of these IRs. Such a lame riff. Okay, here we go. Let's play some riff loops. Okay, that was that. Okay, so I forgot to tell you what equipment I used for riff. It was this old ESP Kamikaze with some Duncan distortion microphone pickup, I think, inside it. And then it was this Tap Mini Martian, which we had the settings here, as you can see. Something like this. Yes. No pedals or anything, so I think it's important when you do set up your guitar sound that instead of doing like we did now, where we have like one setting on the amp and then we just boom, switch through a shitload of IRs. That's not how you do it in reality. Because usually you first connect like the amp to the speaker and you put a microphone and then you play some and you adjust the amp, and if you're not getting the right sound you want, then you go and move the microphone maybe a bit and something like that. When in reality nowadays, when we're using IRs, we are so used to just flipping by, you know, like testing out 100 IRs and trying to make the best sound of that. I think it needs to be like a combination, and also you really need to listen to what the guitars sound in the mix you are working on, or the song. Maybe you're composing a track and you want to get inspired by the guitar tone. But there are no rules, so you go ahead and make some killer tracks today. Make more riffs, better riffs. Do not play just one note with start and stop. It's called gent. It's not good. Thank you. Goodbye.